A very good morning, Professor Nath.
Very good morning, sir.
Thank you so much. So I welcome you for the CMT interview. In fact, it's not an interview. It's a kind of discussion wherein we'll delve into various aspects related to management education, its future, challenges, and the business environment, and how our graduates they will cope up with the ever-changing business environment and especially the post-COVID effect. And see, the CMT is a very prestigious certification. We started many years back, and there are many people from India and outside India, those who have enrolled and successfully certified, and they're doing quite well. See, any certification and degree may not have any values until unless the candidate proves its worth. And you are a very well-known professor of management, and you have done immense contributions in terms of research and publication, delivering guest lecture to different institutes in India and overseas. I'm lucky enough to go through your detailed profile, and we at MTC Global are extremely happy that no, we are getting response from such well-known and established faculty, those who want to get certified, and it's a great pleasure for us. And I strongly believe that learning is a collaborative process, and in the process of today's engagement, I believe that there will be a lot of learning for me as well. Thank you so much, and welcome you again for today's session.
Thank you so much, sir. And first of all, I just wanted to thank you to consider my profile. And says that you have considered me that I can apply for this prestigious certificate. Yeah. So I'm associated with MTC Global from a long time, and trust me, sir, I'm getting lots of good opportunities to mingle with people and to get their inputs and all. So I think from 2016 or 17, I am associated with this thing. And in 2016 or 17, I published my 2 research papers. From there only, I have started my journey to publishing these papers. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
Wonderful, wonderful, Professor Nath. Now, let us just initiate some discussions on the different aspects of management education. Now, looking at the post-COVID effect, I think the placement and career opportunities now slowly it's gaining the momentum, and we could see in the various reports published in the newspaper. Now, in your opinion, what you would suggest to the management graduates, especially in this kind of situation, how they can upgrade their knowledge and skills given this kind of situation? What are the things they need to take up or undergo if there are some trainings, external trainings to that matter? Now, kindly please throw some light on this.
So wonderful, sir. The topic like you have initiated, it is my actually interest area. The reason behind, we have seen during COVID, like most of the students, they are not physically present in the class. So now what happened from past 2.5 years, like since we have started our offline session from past 1 semester, like maybe 4 or 5 months. So now we can see that some of the students are lagging behind. Maybe their IQ is improved. IQ in that sense, their theoretical knowledge or things there, it has been improved, but soft skills are not up to that level. So I feel the student, they should work on their soft skills, and they have to do lots of live projects. So they have to go some industries, or maybe they'll be having more industry academia interaction, where the industry expert, they should come and they should talk to the students, or they should go for some industry visits. Means not just for namesake industry visit. They should practically go and they should understand how industry works. And today they just gone through in the LinkedIn that India is bouncing back, and after a long time, the recruitment is in a very higher rate, like recruitment process for different sectors. it is in a higher rate. So I feel like India is going to be a big player. And recently, maybe last week, India has overtaken United Kingdom to become the fifth largest economy. So I feel there is a lots of potential in India, but if the management educations or those budding managers, they are not able to upgrade themselves in terms of not only certificate or degrees, but in terms of skills. Because I believe in three part, like knowledge, skills, and ability. So if those three things are combined together, then trust me, sir, because the students, they should not beg for the job. The job will come and it will recruit them. So this is my personal opinion. Every individual or every students, they have to upgrade themselves in different parameter, and specifically in KSA, like in HR we call it like knowledge, skills, and ability. So if they work on those KSA area, like yeah, they can be absorbed in a good reputed companies. So this is
Okay.
just my input. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. If you look at the placement scenario at present, you will see that no tier one institutions, okay, there is a great momentum in terms of placement. But what would be your top three suggestions for tier two and the institutions in the no rural areas, especially from the
Okay.
perspective of no placement? Top three
Okay.
suggestions.
Okay. So since I am also working with some Tier 2 institute currently, because next month I'll be joining Vivekananda Global University, which is in Jaipur, which is a NEC A plus graded university. But since I worked in Mumbai, two colleges like Saket Institute of Management as well as Acharya Institute. Even I was working with ISPON College in Bangalore. So these are like Tier 2 things. So what I have observed, sir, so like within this institute, if the students, they are only looking for the package, only if they're looking for the package, so my suggestions, don't go for the package first of all. Or if they're fresher, first of all they should go for learning process, because once they have learned something, then automatically their what do you call that, value will improve. And if their value is improved, then ultimately they'll be getting a higher package. But initially, just to go with the higher package, I don't think so it will work out. Because I have seen many of the students who opted for MBA educations or any kind of management education. They think that they have taken admission for MBA, so after MBA they will be getting a 10-15 lakhs package. But market doesn't work like this one. If you have value, like if the students, they have value, then the recruiters are not like this thing. They have dealt with so many people. So if you have skills within yourself, so first my suggestion for every management students, they should to do some life project, number one. Number two, they have to do some certification program, so which will add value in their resume. And third one, don't just go for money, because money will come if you have potential within yourself. If you have skills within yourself, you can be the winner. So this is the thing. So I think
Okay,
these are the
perfectly
three
fine.
suggestions from my end.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely fine. See, there are a lot of talks about values, ethos, and the morals, and by and large, you know that these are the abstract things, okay, which are inculcated since childhood from the family and the society by and large, and from the friend circle as well. Now, there is a dearth, or incorporate, we call it trust deficit, right? So everyone has some doubts and no suspicion, okay, about the other person. The situation is like this today.
Very true.
Now, teacher, as a teacher, how you can enable an effective environment or learning environment inside the classroom or inside the institutions, so that some of the values and ethos can be embedded into the student's personality. I think that's one area is by and large lacking, okay,
Very
even
true.
in the no tier one institutions, okay. And this is a highly focused area everyone is talking about today after 2009 recession. And even Harvard Business Schools, they came out with no MBA professional no codes of conducts, which generally no for engineers and the medical professions they have, but for no management graduates we don't have any kind of this kind of codes of conduct. So how you can be an enabler, okay, to embrace the values and ethics?
Yeah, sir. Personally, it is again my personal opinion because I feel now what happens specifically I can observe in Mumbai. So here the student thinks that they're coming to college and teachers are being paid and they're learning. That is the thing, but their actual motto is not just to get a degree. So we need to make a better human being. Personally, I feel that management education is not just taking admission and just teaching them and make them a management graduate and all, because ultimately we have to create some better human beings also, because ultimately these people are going to join different institutions, different business organizations, and they are going to become the policy maker. So this moral education or moral values, if it is not there within themselves, then how can we expect a better or sustainable future? So like I personally believe this part to inculcate some of the moral values and ethics within my capacity. I know this moral things and all, it is a long lasting process. It will not be inculcated within a small training program. It is a continuous process. So I feel it should be from school level. So even sir, like in Indian education system, there is a ethics, like in degree there is a subject, but students they will pass, they will just write their exam to get a pass mark. They will not understand what is the meaning of this ethics. They think that if they just appear for this subject, it is over. So I feel now the educators or those teachers, because once the students are graduated, so they're spending more time with their teachers as compared to their family members. So we teachers should take the responsibility to make some contributions for the self development. So personally, I've taken an initiative in the last week, like during Ganpati, like we have some holidays. So I have taken some of my MBA students to a orphanage home in nearby area, nearby Mumbai. So there, like around 10 to 15 my students we have gone, and it is voluntarily. It is nothing that forcefully, we have voluntarily taken this initiative. I have taken them to that particular area, and I showed them how life is like, where 76 like orphanage kids they were there. So they have learned so many things from there. Like in front of us, the children are like 4 years or 5 years. So they are washing their own clothes, they are washing their utensils, they are cooking. So these are the things. So looking at those, my students, they realize that they are very much privileged, but those people are not getting, like they're just 4 or 4.5 years. Even from there, sir, they have learned that teamwork. Teamwork means I have seen like they were washing some clothes. So one kid is just rubbing the cloth. One is just applying the soap. Another is dipping that cloths into this water. Another person is going to put it on the sun for drying it. So it shows like that value-based education where they can learn team building. In management education, we call it as a team building and all. But this is the practical scenario. Like we can learn what is team building, and we should have this support to each other. Because otherwise, whatever we are teaching in MBA education, it is just a theoretical part. But we can tell value educations, we'll tell about these ethics and all. But in reality, we have to go to those real places, and we should see. Even we can do some of the case studies like where, like for MBA students mostly, like how these moral values and moral education, specifically in the sustainability. So like you maybe, like again, it is a contradictory statement, whether economy or ecology. So that is also one thing. Like it is contradictory. So I conduct those kind of debate, or those kind of group discussion in my class. So ecology or economy. So see, different people have different perspective. So being a business organization, we should not only think about economy, we should think about our sustainability also. So I think, sir, like being a teacher or management faculty, we should do different activities and all, such that and I think UGC also, they have come up with so many those thing, moral development and all. UGC they are conducting for the teachers. So we should attend those sessions, and then we should try to ask to the students. I know it is not a simple task, because in a class if 60 students are there, we cannot influence all the 60. But out of 60, if 5 also get influenced by our talk, those 5 will spread to next 5, and it will have a what you call this dominoes effect, and it keeps on moving or moving to the next step. So we
Okay.
should not have a big dream, we should have dreams, but realistic dream. Yes, sir. So this
Wonderful,
is my
wonderful.
opinion.
Yeah, wonderful. Okay, see, if we talk about sustainability, and I'm sure that you know that we talk about principle of triple P's and triple R's, and triple P stands for people, planet, and profit. Now, as you have rightly pointed out, that whether no ecology versus no economy. So here in business curriculum, we see by and large, we talk about the last P, the profit, which talks about the business, and a little bit of no the another P of the people. Okay, the people's behavior, because as a part of management, interpersonal relations, communications, consumer behavior, and a lot of other subjects are there, wherein no many aspects of human behaviors and psychology are touched. But as far as the another P is concerned, the planet. Now everyone is talking about climate change, food crisis, the Russian invasion to Ukraine, shifting of global power, and China's invasion to Taiwan. Okay, a lot of political, geopolitical, okay, challenges. Okay, which some or other way have impact on the climate. Okay, but MBA curriculum, as far as I know, okay, there is no subject as such. Okay, environmental science or the climate change, whereas business have greater responsibility because they are the producer or manufacturer. Okay, so this particular engineering, okay, they have okay environmental science and all those stuff. Okay, in their programs it is included. But at MBA level, what I feel that there is a need to focus on climate change and no environment, food crisis, poverty, and these are the issues. Okay, wherein I strongly believe that this will indirectly have some impact on their moral standards, okay, or in their approach. That's one area. The second area is, see, many institutions we could see that they have undertaken villages as a part of their community activities. Okay, students go to the village as a part of no trip, like industry visit. They go to remote area or the village to see their lifestyles, their livelihood, and all those aspects. But don't you believe that there has to be a compulsorily community project along with the in-plant training and internship? Okay, one community project is must for the MBA students. What would be your suggestions in both the areas? One is climate change. The second one is community project or the community involvement.
Okay, wonderful topic, wonderful. See, like the reason, because under Mumbai University, because I'm working at the Mumbai University currently. In Mumbai University, they have already inculcated around 4 projects, because I have studied my MBA from Bangalore University, so we had only 2 projects after second semester and after third semester. Even I was teaching under VTU, Visheshwari Technical University in Bangalore, so there also they have only 2 projects only. But in Mumbai University, what happened? Like they have 4 projects. 4 project means in after finishing of their second semester, they will be having an internship, and in the 4th semester, they have 3 projects. So one project is related to specialization, second is related to CSR project, and third is related to general management. So that means in Mumbai University curriculum, so they are having 4 projects which carries 400 marks. So it is compulsory. It is everywhere. In most of the syllabus, it is there. But see, sir, like even I feel like syllabus, it is just for namesake, but proper implementation is more important. Because in syllabus, it is there that they have to do a CSR project, they have to do something and all. It is there, and students are doing. But like it is our responsibility, such that students they are doing it like genuinely. Otherwise, even some of the students they can just Google it or secondary data they will collect and they will just try to prepare a black book and all. But I personally, for my students, I will make them like to visit any of the places. And recently, like as part of CSR activities, I tell my students that at least like if you plant 5 trees in nearby your areas. And I know in Mumbai people they don't have lots of places and all to plant. So I told them to keep it in your home itself. Like many plants like money plant, then your snake plant. So which are having like oxygen bombs. We call it like oxygen bomb because they produce lots of oxygen within the home. So sustainability or those things doesn't mean that only you have to go to the nature and you have to make or you have to plant those trees in the natural environment. Because now I know, because if you're living in a metropolitan cities, because we don't have space, we should not, that we should plant trees, big trees in our localities and all. So what small contributions the students they can do, they can plant a snake plant or they can plant a money plant within their home, and these are then spider plants. So few plants are already available in the like market in the nature, which doesn't need much care. So but they are like oxygen bombs, so they will produce more oxygen in night also. So at least this small step, and I tell my students that you have to do those planting, like they're like one I'll tell students, and then if you wanted to gift to someone, like even I have told to my students, like normally in the birthday party, so unnecessarily they will give artificial flowers or something like this. I say don't give those artificial things, try to give some natural plants, like such that if it keeps in a home, then natural bamboo plant and all, so it will have some natural things, and so such that even you can improve the air quality within your home. So if it starts from home, then ultimately it will reach to the outer. Because now, sir, what happened? Because I can see lots of government initiative or the companies, they are taking care of this outside. Like they will plant a, for namesake, every year that on Environment Day, they will plant lots of trees and all. But then no one is there to take care, because who knows that whether proper watering is being done or not. So I feel yes, whatever the as a CSR activity of the companies they are doing or the government initiative they are doing, let them do. But it is from individual level also. So every student, if you can inculcate those things within the minds of the student, then first you should start from your home, and then you can go to the other parts. So I think this is a small initiative I can say from my end. Like I try to influence my students to do something for the like. For future, because ultimately if you're consuming everything now, so our next generation they cannot survive. So that is the thing. So it is the best time, sir. Like I feel, if we wanted to have a better future, so like we should make a these humans or those students a developed person, mentally developed. And I feel, I think another part you have answered question, we should not work only for IQ, intelligent quotient. We should like introduce some of the part to improve their EQ, emotional quotient, as well as spiritual quotient. Spiritual is not religious things and all, but ultimately what happens if the students' minds are strong, if emotionally they are strong, then what happens? They can take a proper decisions. Otherwise, their decisions will be influenced by so many commentary parts. So if we can inculcate those spiritual quotient or maybe emotional quotient, it will be always a better place for them to survive into this competitive world. Otherwise, I have seen many of the students that got a good job and all, but they are not able to handle the pressure because maybe their IQ level is very high, but they have not worked on their like emotional quotient or their spiritual quotient. So these two
Wonderful.
things I feel, yeah.
Wonderful. See, if I can put it in one word, that along with CSR, there should be ISR, individual social responsibility. Okay, what you are trying
Yes.
to focus on it. Individual, no students should be sensible about the environment and see the urban forest, as you rightly said. Okay, they can do some plantation in their home. Even there are a lot of no trees are being cut, okay, across no different areas, but the urban forest has come out as a great relief in the various community and the society, even inside the house. Okay, so that's a kind of good awareness, and you are doing wonderful thing. And now coming to the next topic, see, which is generic but very difficult. See, we generally say that no, hire for the attitude and train for the skills. Okay, so that is the cardinal principle of recruitment. And we
So
know
I didn't
that.
hear you properly. I think I
Okay,
missed some of the words. Yeah, yeah.
okay. See, generally we say that no, the cardinal principle of recruitment, that employer, they say that no, hire for attitude and train for the skills, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And we know that changing attitude no is so difficult. Even in our own life we have seen that
Very
some
true.
habits we very difficult, we can't overcome until unless there is a pressing needs or something happens, or we are so much focused to do something out of the way. Okay, So as a teacher, but anyhow, we have to make efforts and see that there are, considerable changes in the students' attitude and the perception because they come from the different background, right? For the MBA
Yes,
program,
yes.
and they need to perform, and corporate have very high expectation, and there are many challenges also. So as a teacher, how you can ensure that students attitude changes over 2 years during their stay in the campus?
Very
What
good.
would be your suggestion? Yeah.
Okay. So I will put it like this, sir, because again, I'll try to refer my individual experience because I have traveled around 23 states in India. I love to do traveling in a different part. So here's the, even I worked in Bangalore. So I can see the student mentality. The people from, see, I'm not against any of the culture, but every individual is from a different background and socio-cultural background they are coming from. So like in Bangalore, like I have a better experience with the students because there I have said like the students, if they see their faculty, immediately they will stand up and the respect they will show, it is like still it is there, like mostly the southern part of India, even in Assam and northeastern part of India, they respect their teachers like anything. So they will, but in metropolitan cities, because everyone knows that Mumbai is a capitalist thing and it is capitalist place, so there is a influence in the minds of the students. So here, as I already said earlier, in Mumbai, what happens, students, they feel that teachers are just coming to teach them and in return they are getting money. So that is one mentality. Whereas in southern part of India or eastern part of India, because I have not worked in northern, so I'm not like I don't want to comment anything regarding this one. But why I'm giving these examples, sir? Because best things is that cross cultural training. Because now if you do something where like cross cultural training, we can train them when they're a student, because ultimately in recruitment or in the HR, like we call it workforce diversity. So there what happened, the people from different background, they're coming and they're working together. So this if you can train our students like in terms of the people who are from different backgrounds, they can mingle with each other, and we should not make them a particular group that this is for North India group, this is for South India group. So everyone should work together and they should exchange their culture. In that time what happens, some good things also will come out. Because I have seen, like when I was there in Bangalore, like my students, they will conduct these teachers day in a very good way in that sense. They will draw something and they've gifted me. They have given a T-shirt where signed by this one. But in Mumbai, yesterday it was holiday, so nobody bothered that teachers. They have wished. Yeah, few students they have wished me that Teachers Day, no. That celebration. See, being a teacher, we don't expect anything from any student, but it is from the student mind. It should come. It is a Teachers Day, and those teachers, they are making you where they are now. So it that, see, correctly you say that moral values, moral education. So sometimes what I felt, like maybe they have not seen those part, but those things are there in the southern part of India or eastern part of India. So if they cross culturally mix together, they will come to know that yes, this can be a good deal or this can be a good thing. So they can share their ideologies or they share their ideas. So in that time, what happens, we can have a better uh, individual for future. So I feel every institute, like if they have different culturally background students, it's very good. If it is not there, they have to plan some educational exchange program, like they should send some of the students to the other state or maybe sometimes other country depending upon the financial conditions of that particular institute, and so that we can learn different culture, their thought process and all. So in this way what happen, even they will come to know. Otherwise there is a famous saying, like if you are in a frog in a well because you have not seen the other world, so you thought that this is only world, but world is not limited in a city or maybe in a area or in a state or in a country, because now world has moved like this in globalized world. So everyone should upgrade themselves according to the world standard, not just a local standard. So yeah, this is my input, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now, see, if you look at today's corporate environment, you look at that irrespective of your job role in any company, there is huge involvement of technology, right?
Yeah.
Technology. Now, of late we could see that in MBA syllabus, many universities they have incorporated, analytics, digital marketing, okay, and anyhow MIS is there, fundamental of computers, and these things were there before also. But given the context at the present time, okay, what you would suggest whether no the curriculum should have some more no technological subjects. In the world there are some business schools, okay, they have even included like Python and some of the advanced, okay, coding and all these kind of things, wherein no, they have a very good career prospect. I have seen some of my students, okay, whom I taught around 2008-9. Those students they have learned by themselves, okay, Python and other programming language, and they have shifted no, from the HR domain to a complete different domain. Maybe there was no opportunity or there was some pressing need. Okay, they have learned by themselves. They have taken extra interest. But how we can ensure that this kind of no needs by the corporate we can fill up in academic institutions, even these things are not part of the curriculum.
Okay, very good topic. And trust me, sir, because I was working as an academic coordinator in my current organization, Sagat Institute of Management. So it was my individual and after discussion with my director, sir, because we have introduced around 13 certification program for the student. Because Mumbai University, it is very simple. Because in first year, it is everything in the institute. And so 8 plus 8 subject. In third semester, again 8 subject. And fourth semester, only 2 subject. So this is the Mumbai University syllabus. But even we know, just to get a certificate, it doesn't add value to the students career. So what happened, like I like personally I've initiated some of the things like where I introduced after discussion with my director, sir, uh, that 14 certification program, which includes your social media marketing, digital marketing, basic Excel, advanced Excel, then Tele. Apart from this one, aptitude, because aptitude is one very important thing. So those are some of the add-on programs we try to introduce. Even I myself have done some of the certification program from MTC Global. I have done this Six Sigma certification from MTC Global. So I feel that we need to upgrade ourselves because the technologies keeps on changing. So now the domain is not that you are from tech IT background, then only you have to do some of these R programming or SPSS, because everyone should learn everything, at least basic knowledge. Because once you are into the managerial position, and that doesn't mean that you know only the HR knowledge, you don't have the other digital media knowledge and all, because ultimately you are the person who needs to take a decision. So you should have the basic. I'm not saying that every student should be masters in everything, because no one can do it. So at least the students, they can have the basic idea of important things which are happening into their surroundings. So it will add value into their thing. Even nowadays, what happened because due to this lockdown time, lots of e-certificates and lots of e-banners we produce. So I personally learned from Canva. It is my own personal interest. By using Canva, you can do, and it is very simple. Even I try to tell my students, learn some PPT presentation from Canva. It is very simple, very creative way they can do it. So yeah, and I feel that we should not just tell to the student. First of all, we need to experiment with us, and then you can tell that, see, if I can do, why not you? Because you people are more technologically advanced as compared to us. Because sir, I am basically from a very small city, not city, I can say. It was like a tribal area in Assam. So and I studied in a Bengali medium in a government school. From there, if I stand here, so that means a little bit of things I give my effort. So that is the reason where it stands now. So I always give those example to them, because if I can come from a tiny a tribal area in Assam to Mumbai or next Jaipur, I'm going to join a university itself, which is a next A plus grade university. So you people are having everything in Mumbai. It is just you need to upgrade yourself, then world is yours. So we should lead with examples. So just to tell students, the students will say that हाँ बोलने के लिए sir बोलते हैं, but we should not do, we should practically work on this one, and we should tell them yes, we are doing it, and even you can do. If I, being a more aged person, I'm in 35, 36, so if I can do, you people are in 20s, so you can learn. Learning process can be more within yourself.
Okay,
So, yeah.
wonderful, wonderful. the way business education is evolving, okay, and especially after the COVID, how do you see the business education 10 years from now? What might be the changes?
Okay, good. So it is like upcoming trends in business education, I can say, because looking at the current scenario in India, because India, like we can see that lots of infrastructural works are going on, lots of investments are going on, and I personally feel that India is going towards a like self-sustainable country. So, and I think we should work on this part only because we should not depend on anyone. Because dependency can lead to any time anything. Because same thing happened in Sri Lanka, same thing happened in so many other countries. We can see like dependency on other countries for funds and all. So suddenly we don't know what will happen. So I think how the government of India, they are taking some initiative like to Atmanirbhar Bharat or something. So those are schemes. They are very good schemes, but implementation we should check. And even I think government, they're taking some initiative regarding incubation center in different educational institution and all. So it is the responsibility of this top management in the sense in education institute, maybe the higher authorities, director, or maybe the chairman and all, they should take those things in a productive way. It is not just for namesake, because even I agree nowadays what happened, lots of academic responsibilities are coming, NEC visit, NBA visits and all. For that purpose, there are some for namesake, some institute they will do that, they are doing all this thing.
Okay,
So should
there is
not.
a connected thought what you are
Okay.
saying, and that would have been the next topic of discussion I was thinking, and you have
Okay.
rightly brought it forward. See, even though as you rightly put out that we have a lot of initiatives to nurture no startups in the colleges, engineering and business colleges, and even we have in the schools also mentor of change. Okay, by Niti Aayog, lot of initiatives by the government and highly appreciable. Okay, but still we see that no, especially in the business schools, the students will be always looking for no companies to get a job. Okay, this is a very fixed mindset kind of thing, and the conversion rate in the business schools, okay, leave the tier 1 institutions, okay, in other places is almost zero, until unless some people know students, they have their own family business, even they are not interested for job. I have seen it, they don't appear for the placement, they know they have good well established business, they will get the degree and go back and join, and you can say that they have become entrepreneur, but that is wrong. Okay, but no, purely converting a student who is looking for a job, okay, making his or her, okay, an entrepreneur, or no, that kind of no, inject that kind of spirit, okay, that we
Okay.
find still is a big challenge. What would be your suggestion
Okay.
for the business schools?
Yes, sir. I personally feel still it has not been educated to the student. I personally feel, because even I was not having much idea regarding what is incubation center exactly, how it work. I'm working in an institute, but even there, see, I'm not against my institute, but most of the faculties itself, they doesn't know that how incubation center works, because we know that we have to open a center and we should get some industry like expert who can help for those like startup things and all. But what happened, like we should keep on conducting those kind of sessions, and like like the person who is exactly from that domain, they should come and they should conduct some seminar or webinar or any kind of thing, because I have seen many of the students, they have making lots of good thoughts like in my.
Yes, continue.
Yeah, yeah. No, actually, I got a call. I disconnected. Yeah. So, like, lots of what do you call, like my students, they are having lots of innovative ideas, but they exactly doesn't know how to implement those ideas, and for this, from where to get those funds. So normally, what happens, like if leaving those tier one or top B colleges or top B institution, most of the institution, even they are not uh, having so much of funds such that they can do and they can have those kind of things and all. So I personally, as I told sir, because ultimately if you're moving towards a better society or better like business things, it is the top management of education institute, they also show their interest, because ultimately funds should be coming from them. So they should consult with some like person, some consultancy firms like who exactly do it, and they practically do it in the college. Like I know, like it is like a developmental process. So one day they will take a session, so students will not understand anything. Like maybe next month we can conduct anything. So out of 60 students, like maybe after 3 or 4 continuous sessions, at least 2 or 3 students will come out like yes, I can do, this is my idea, and these are the places where I can generate fund, and how those fund will work, how it will work. So I think if we miss every institution, like they can take up these things as a, like not just for show purpose, not just for this documentation purpose of NBA or NEC, but in reality to execute. Like people say, right, it should be from heart, like dil se hona chahiye, so then only they can I think it can be useful. And trust me sir, in India lots of potential like people are there. So and here like I can mention another thing, because of not proper knowledge or maybe not proper fund, brain drain is happening. And brain drain is happening, it's not only in like we say that India's brain drain is happening. I cannot say that it is India's brain drain. It is happening in every state. I am from Assam, like I am working in Mumbai. So in Assam lots of opportunities are not there, so that is the reason I have to move to another state to do. Same way my brother, he has moved to Dubai. It is because of the better opportunities. So those opportunities, if it is there within India, then why those people will go to the other places? So I feel there will be an overall development, and then only we can stop those brain drain, because India has a lots of potential. Like every individual are like having creative ideas, because we can survive, because Indian civilization is one of the oldest civilization. So I think we have to do it.
Okay, wonderful. I think wonderful thoughts and very enlightening views, across diverse topics and from your rich experience. I think that's very important. Now, see, there is one area, very important area, and there are many research which shows that the especially the leadership qualities, okay, among the students are not up to the mark. They can take up a job and still, if someone gives some instructions, they follow that and perform. But when any independent role is given, we find that there is a lot of challenge. Okay, but and research also says, okay, many studies also says that 65% of the business school graduates, they don't have any leadership skills. Okay, there
Quality,
are many
yes.
counter challenges that leadership skills cannot be taught and all this stuff. Okay, but we'll take that leadership is a skill and it can be nurtured. Okay, let us take that as a principle. Okay, let us not get into any kind of debate. That is a different issue. Okay, so what would be your suggestion? How we can
Yeah.
nurture?
So I think so leadership is one of the very important tool for not only in student management education, it is for individual level also. Even in our family life, like we have to develop those leadership skills. Like we should be proactive. And how this proactiveness or those things will come, because we should give some, because again I conduct those things in my class. Like I'll give some assignment to them, like five people I'll assign. I'll tell them, yes, you have to do it. So then what happens? They'll be giving different brainstorming sessions, because like I normally conduct sessions for our student, like team building activity. In team building, forming, storming, norming, performing, adjourning. So those are the things. But during storming, like in the second phase of this team building activity, because everyone will be giving their idea, but from their ideas one person's idea will come emerge as the best, and other people will start following that person. So yes, this is one thing, that who is the leader. So this is one of the skills, and we should not make that person always the leader. So as we know in HR domain, because leadership is a transformational or transactional leader, so it should not be fixed that this time he came as a leader, so again next time we should make it. So next another activity we should make another person as a leader. So in that time what happens, that leadership will keep on changing. So recently, like I have conducted one grand event, like one what do you call this 15th August is in a dance competition, a skit, normally a skit. So normally there are lots of good students there. But I try to identify one student whose voice, and he was very silent guy. He never come into this thing. I make him the leader. So initially he was saying, sir, I never did it, and how can I do it? I have given you the responsibility, I have trust on you. You just do it, and trust me, sir, he does it, and he coordinated with the other members, and it is around 33 students like coordinated for this one, and they have done it in a very grand way. Like yeah, so they make a like skit on these things because they are also leadership quality. So how to make, how to coordinate, then who will come, which event. So to conduct a skit, even it needs a leadership quality. Otherwise, what happens? Every people they have their own ideas, they have their own things, and also like we need to identify some person who can lead their whole team, but we
Okay,
should not
wonderful.
fix on that particular
Okay,
leader.
wonderful. Let us go to the next area, and
Yes,
it's
sir.
very challenging. Even my experience, while some colleges they invite us to give a guest lecture, I keep going. Okay, that's how we can be always get new and fresh ideas. We go with lot of interest, with lot of preparation, and with the intention that we can share our experience and students will take the benefit out of it. But in many places, okay, even good business schools and all, we see that no, I'll not say that few, okay, more than few, okay. Many students they don't take much interest. No, they're very lethargic. Okay, they make noise. Now at PG level, this kind of behavior is very unaccepted. This is the unruly behavior. And in one of the business schools, I went and I shouted, on everyone. I said, please don't call because we have value of our time. Okay, we should not waste our time like this. There are better things to do in the life. Okay, and this is the by and large the picture. Okay, you will agree with me. I don't know this generation, which we call millennial. Okay, instant gratification, and they have the feeling that they know everything because everything they can search in the internet. Okay, they are no street smart, not smart, street
Very
smart.
true.
Okay,
Very true.
and that is becoming some kind of no barriers or hindrance in the learning process because they are with lot of no bag and baggages, lot of no preconceived mindset. Yes, these are the subject, generic subject. Okay, we can talk hi-fi English. Okay, and some tough word and all those stuff. But management is not that very easy stuff. You'll agree with me. Now,
Yes, sir.
tell me, how we can break through. Okay, this kind of attitude among the students.
Got it. Yes, yes. Sir, I just wanted to quote something because I have read somewhere actually. Because Indian education system is from 19th century, teachers are in 20th century, like we are from 20th century, and the students are from 21st century. So there are three. Indian syllabus are from 19th century. What was there in the past? We teachers are from these millennials things and all, but now what happens? Zers, it is Gen Z, like next generation Z they have come. So rightly you said because they are more accessible to the open source. Like everyone has smartphone, everyone. So they thought that if anything they can search, they can get into the Google and all. But they doesn't know only one thing. Like Google, whatever they're providing, it is just a IQ they're improving. Their EQ and their SQ, it will not improve just to watch some videos and watch some things and all. For that purpose, what happens? They have to have a human touch. They should have a human touch. Otherwise, see, even like no need for the teachers to teach in the colleges or something like this one. Everyone can, but in this way, we'll destroy our education system. Because nowadays, even I can see lots of online things, and people will say that you listen my like recorded videos or something, and yes, they can pass. I don't have any doubt on this one. Maybe they're very good teachers. They have done lots of nice videos and all. And after listening, the students they will pass. Pass is nothing but they're improving just their IQ, but their emotional question because they don't know how to deal that practical situation. To deal with this practical situation, they need that human touch. Then only they can develop themselves as a better individual and ultimately for the business things. And second, part I just wanted to cover. I think, sir, it is up to a two-way communication. Because as you correctly said, because if you are going for taking some guest session, because last week I visited another college, like they've invited me as a speaker. So trust me, 120 students. And how? Because initially I just played a video for 3 minutes of my individual, like from where I have started and from where I am. So what happened initially, I feel the student should get some connection with the like the speaker. If the students they feel some connections with the what do you call these speaker, then what happens? They will try to listen. And again, it is a teaching skills. I can say because I think you are very senior, you know it better. Like I feel it comes under a teaching skills. Like whenever we feel that students are not listening, we should raise our voice also. Then again, like once you get the attention from the students, you should tell them, deliver them in a better way. So in this way, what happened, and trust me, sir, 2 hours continuous sessions I have taken, like in this Thane Sayo college, like Thane. And after 2 hours also, students were not bored. So they were listening to me, and then they personally has approached me and they told me like, sir, can you give me your LinkedIn details and all? And I got lots of connections from that college only. And I told them like, see, now what happened? Try to be active in LinkedIn, try to, because now what is there in the thing, like, but they're also management students. So I think we have to guide students in a better way and we should tell them the benefit. Because if we just tell like tumhe ye karna hai, so they will think that why should I do it? But if we say that if you do this thing and you are getting this benefit out of this one, then trust me, because every individual wanted to grow, because no one wanted to be behind. So if you can connect with them and if you can tell them that if you can do it and these are the advantages you are going to get it in future, then yes, they will listen. But I'm telling 100% conversion is very difficult, but at least 50% also, if they like try to engage into this thing, I feel that being a teacher, my responsibility is, yes, like I have done my responsibility. Yeah.
Wonderful. That's wonderful. See, what my suggestion would be, especially, even how best the person or the speaker may be, but some of the places you'll find out that students keep on talking, keep on making noise. Now, why this particular gap exists? Okay, my interaction with many business schools and teachers and the students. See, especially students have the mindset. Okay, they have paid the fees. Okay, higher fees, they can do anything. And college management and the director, HOD, okay, they cannot say anything to them.
Very,
Okay, so
very
they are
true.
very protective. Number one, that mindset they have. The second, see, students from the background they are coming. Okay, I think few students are from very rich family, maybe, probably. I'm not saying that rich people don't have good behavior. Okay, not that kind of
Yes.
generalized. Some
Yes.
people, they don't need any job. They come and make fun. Okay, and very difficult to handle those kind of unruly students. So, see, it's very important that the initial days, the 1 month of their induction or the orientation program, they must be taught, or they must be told the essence of MBA program, the expected behavior.
Very
They
true.
must sign the codes of conduct, written codes of conduct, so that they don't deviate. Okay, and the disciplines and the expectations must be told by every teacher and the leaders in the institute, and continuous monitoring has to be there. And in one of the guest lectures, if some students make noise, I have seen that teachers are sitting, they are not stopping them because students will give bad feedback. See, it has gone up to in their appraisal to that level, that level. Okay. Now, I think, in this particular aspect, management also should understand and give, full authority and trust to the teachers. If they take any actions, that must be supported, because that should be for the betterment of the students, their future, and the
Students.
institution.
Yes.
Okay, I think
Sir,
that's very important.
yeah.
Okay, that's very important.
I just,
Even,
yeah,
yeah, please.
yeah. I just wanted, because you were talking on my thought process, because it is exactly what I'm thinking. Because now, and why they are behaving like this, it is not that they have gone, but if you can see, like lots of government initiative, like Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, and different rules that have come into this thing, that you should not shout on students and you should not use any stiff physical thing. See, I agree, but it is like you are, and nowadays what happened, because my wife, she is also working as a government teacher, so their main aim is to go to the school and to make like what to be cooked and all, and they should not scold any student, they should not hit any student. So childhood, if you're bringing those kind of people, how we can expect that those people will be having a better thing? Now, sir, even in my management education, recently, like last week only, there is an incident. I have given an assignment to a student. She is not able to submit the assignment on time. So then I shouted, like, how can you, like, I have given. Then immediately that thing has gone to my director. But director, yeah, he knows me that I am doing already for the student. And she was crying that sir has shouted me. So now why, sir? Because those students emotionally, they're very unstable. So they're again and again, I'm coming back to the same thing, because we need to develop the emotional part, emotional portion of the student. Because now from childhood, like due to this Indian like nuclear family, they are not mingling with many people, so they don't know how to deal with the people. So they're not emotionally strong. If any teacher they talk a bit rudely, and those people, they will suffer in the industry, because in teaching still we will talk very softly, very sweetly to the